APC stakeholder forum in Lagos. And congratulate our leaders who are here today. Anybody is in Lagos and say doing politics outside those who are gathered in this room, maybe the person is doing politics for the state, not doing politics and capital politics. The National Working Committee was striving to make our party to be the first choice for voters in Nigeria. But the joy of this is that we are getting necessary support from the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. We are also getting support from our governors and all our leaders. We thank you for this support, and we hope that this kind of forum will continue to repeat itself on a quarterly basis before every election. I heard our chairman talking about gifts for those who have done well in getting people to register. The problem, particularly, that the national leadership of our party has noted about Lagos in the past 3 elections is not about the strength of our register. It's about the strength of our people coming out to vote and vote for our party. We want this forum to go on and set targets that in the upcoming election, let us ensure that we get at least 75% of turnout of people to register, and out of this 75% coming out, at least 85% of them must come out and vote for the party of choice, party of the new hope, party of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, the APC. The membership registration has also been mentioned. Even organizations that is not as powerful, as relevant as a political party, they have accurate data-driven membership register. The flag off of the trainer for the Southwest will be on November 3 and 4 in Lagos State for the Southwest. We know our government as usual will support this effort to come to reality. We want to have accurate demography of our members so that when we are designing programs and activities, we'll be able to target them. More importantly, this forum will design a program to ensure that we get the younger Nigerians to identify with our political party. The demography and the voting pattern has changed. We have a situation whereby people between the age of 18 and 30 are the bulk of the voters. They are not tied down by the voter sentiment that we used in the past. They want to know why should they vote for our party. Therefore, we will define a specific program at the government level and the party level that track the young people to our party. Our party must not be seen as the party that is alienating the youth, must be a party that identifies, promotes, and mobilises the youth to its vote. It's our joy to be part of this forum, and we pray that at the end of the day, the target of ensuring that the APC continue to grow and grow in this and those in Lagos State and in Nigeria will continue. On the last note, some people are trying to gaslight our party, saying that we are moving towards one-party state in Nigeria. At the same time, they say they want to chase our leader out of the Africa. This is mutually contradictory. We should not allow anybody to gaslight us. Let it be that all the other and 90% in the Senate are members of APC. 360 should be APC. All the state of assembly should be APC. It is part of democracy. We must continue to mobilize, conscientize, sensitize, and ensure that the APC is the bulwark for electoral victory in all elections. Thank you and God bless you.
Gbogbo ayé sí lẹ́yìn gbogbo kọ̀rọ̀ sí kọ̀rọ̀. Gbogbo ayé sí lẹ́yìn gbogbo kọ̀rọ̀ sí kọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ̀yin àgbà ẹgbẹ́ wọn ń sọ̀rọ̀ tó ṣe wà nílẹ̀. Gbogbo ayé sí lẹ́yìn gbogbo kọ̀rọ̀ sí kọ̀rọ̀. Gbogbo ayé sí lẹ́yìn gbogbo kọ̀rọ̀ sí kọ̀rọ̀. Àgbà ẹgbẹ́ wọn ń sọ̀rọ̀ tó ṣe wà nílẹ̀.
But this time is Sam, the former minister, former governor, former chief of staff, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and at the time he was not a prime minister. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to invite the former governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babatunde Raji Fashola. Thank you very much.
The electoral law stipulates the time when campaign will start. But our party is organizing because we are progressives. And if we ask you why we say we are progressives, it is because we are determined to improve the human condition. Remember that we are determined to improve the human condition. That's what it means to be progressive. So what they ask you, why are we progressive? Because we are determined to improve the human condition. Your Excellency, the Governor of Lagos, the Deputy Governor, the National Chairman of our party, and the members of the National Working Committee, the State Chairman, the members of the State Executive, the real host of this event, the leaders of our party. Let me single out and especially acknowledge Ms. Olusi, leader of the GAC. Mr. Speaker, I don't know what card you are wearing, whether it's a GAC card or a speaker card. All our leaders, serving and former governors, and deputy governors, members of the APC, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Let me say how truly delighted I am to have been invited to this forum. I actually was pleased to be in Ilorin, but the day I got this invitation, I said, no, Ilorin can wait, Lagos come first. And I want you all to please help me give a big round of applause, a very big one, to the state chairman and the executive of the state. The reason is that every time I watch in other countries, parties organizing conferences and retreats, my heart bleeds with envy that when we have periodic and regular retreats like this. So again, a big round of applause for the chairman for starting what I hope to be very, very periodic, half-yearly, quarterly retreat to engage with ourselves and also to engage with the people we serve. Well, this meeting is coming up at the time when some of those who stood in opposition against our emergence are now trying to form a coalition, and they are seeing how difficult it is to form the merger that produced APC. And history will tell you that that is the only merger that has occurred in Nigeria's political history. It was difficult. They said it would not happen. It happened. But the opposition can't do their own. And they are now seeing the long road and the difficult road that we walked back there that makes us sit where we sit today. So, every commendation is due and worthy for all our leaders, those who make this party possible, especially the president, and all of the people I see here, and those who are not here, and of course, one of our very, very unabashed, unashamed, and determined supporters, K1. We have never been where he supported me, and he was there from the beginning. Trust me, one of the most difficult institutions to run is a political party, because it thrives on numbers. At the same time, it thrives on the freedom to enter and the freedom to leave. And those who run parties, honestly, deserve all the support and all the respect that we can give them. On one hand, we want to balance the system. On the other, we don't want to lose support. And everybody must be heard. Those who do that job, Ojeladi and the likes, are close to you. And those who have done it behind us before us, Balogun, Ule, Chief Ajomale, a very, very big thank you to all of you for keeping us together. The chairman has asked me to make a few comments, and I will just quickly go to it, about voter apathy and the sanctity of elections. And all I just want to say is that we are facing a reality of increasing voter registration and reducing voter turnout. And I think the National Secretary has alluded to this. In 2023, we had about 93 million registered voters in the country, and the average turnout was under 30%. and that certainly is not good enough. Now, the place perhaps to start is to interrogate all of those numbers and see why the turnout is reducing. And that is not work that can be done in this kind of meeting. It is work that will be done by committees, by experts, by members, and another series of meetings that I believe this forum will herald. But one thing is clear. At the state level, we used to be the party that used to lead the votes, and others followed. Our closest opposition back then used to have about 1/3 of the total votes as we got. That was what it used to look like. And so what has happened? Why have the votes dropped? And I think that is the heart of the matter. There are a lot of numbers here, and I don't want to go into interrogating all of these numbers. And there was a time when I recall that we actually turned out for ourselves 1.5 million votes. And our closest rival was still around 300,000. But since then, what has happened? I think those are the real questions that this meeting provoke us to ask. Where are our traditional voters? Are they still with us? Are they coming out for us? And why are they not coming out enough? This is a time for honest answers and for honest questions. And I hope those questions will be asked, as I said, after this meeting, by people who are resolved, as we must be, to ensure that we turn out voters for the next election. And some of the questions to ask is whether our policies and programs are still resonating with our traditional base. Another question to ask ourselves, even as members, what is our own party reward system like?
You don't know who is speaking.
Also, how do we even let more of ourselves? I have asked questions such as, if we wanted to undertake a particular program that involves a certain set of tradesmen or tradeswomen, do we have a register that we can consult to say who are the party members who will be interested in? Those are questions that I think this conference provokes us to ask, because political party participation is based on enthusiasm. If people are enthusiastic, they will turn out and they will vote. So, but hope is not lost, because we are in a season of renewed hope, and therefore we will turn our renewed hope into renewed enthusiasm for our party and for our program. Of course, some of the speakers before me have alluded to the growing demography of young people. Now, how many of our children are involved in what we are doing? How many of our children come to our rallies and our campaigns? If it is important to us, we must make it important to them. And we must find a way to connect them to it. Because really and truly, who will we be handing it over to, if not to them? And a good place to start is to ask ourselves, in every single of those states and state institutions, educational institutions, where are APC youth wings? How are we connecting and getting people? Because APC can be like any other club in a university that you can join. And so this, for me, I think, are the questions that we need to ask and we need to answer very, very honestly. That is one side of the question that the chairman has asked me to speak about. The other side of the question is the one that relates to sanctity of elections, and I will do so in 2 minutes and leave the stage. All I have to say about that is that we must accept as a people that democracy is not defined, is not divine. It is man-made. And therefore, elections as a key pillar of democracy gives choice to people, and it must be sanctified by us. We created elections as human beings, not God. And therefore, we must sanctify elections by certain actions that I think we must take. And I think the first one I want to commend is that participants must recognize you can't expect people who have different challenges to act effectively. 50,000 police stations on the same day at the same time. Some things will go wrong. People will fall in, honestly, things will go wrong. But we want to reduce the error. Now, let us understand that some electoral outcomes can define expectations of logical and rational people. But the question to ask is whether the electorate itself is always rational. And we have seen countries where we've seen the elections who we thought were the most qualified persons lost the election. And they accepted the results and they moved on. And I think it is important that we own this also and recognize that the electorate is not always rational. We are human. The first point to make about that is that an election is an opportunity to share a message with people. I have learned that from experience. My experience is not too big, but it goes back to 2003. So I've been involved in elections in this country since 2003. And what we found out is that in every election season, the public is waiting for a particular message. It is the party that gets that message right that wins the election. And that message is always about the things at the top of the mind for the people. I will conclude by saying that while there will always be room to improve, and we can play everyone from the Electoral Commission to our opposition parties, not every electoral outcome is very far from what the people themselves have decided as we have led ourselves to believe. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as I said, this forum is most welcome, but it is not the platform to discuss the very detailed planning, analytical, and rigorous work. I see that the chairman has taken on board the message, and I am truly excused to be a participant. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, K1 Ultimates, for also testifying to the fact that the great Sam has said it all. Yes. So on this note, we want to just go on a short break. We are going to call the Lagos State troop to just give us a short presentation in 5 minutes. I appreciate our special advisor to Mr. Governor, Honorable Sunday Gary, and also National Youth Leader of the party also walks in. Also walks in. Thank you very much. The troop, 5 minutes. Let's have it. Round of applause for the Lagos States Agricultural Troop. A round of applause for them, please. Everybody, pàtẹ́wọ́ fún wọn dáadáa, ẹ jọ̀ọ́. ọkùnrin tó bá ń sun lára fọkùnrin ẹgbẹ́ akọ́ṣẹ́ ló ń ṣe deputy governor ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. All right, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, moving forward, we are just going to have a presentation scorecard by the Lagos State Caucus leader of the House of Representatives, Honorable Dolapo Badru. Please, let's have Honorable Dolapo Badru to please come forward and give us the presentations on behalf of the House of Representatives, Lagos State Caucus. Meanwhile, I appreciate the presence of the SSG to this wonderful government, Barrister Bimbola Salu Ude.